This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Friday, May 16, 2014. I'm Jamar Jordan. Good evening. The coroner looking into the death of 27-year-old Jamar Maynard, who was shot by police, will deliver her decision at the end of this month. Magistrate Manila Renee said this afternoon that she would issue her oral decision on May 30th. Today, she heard evidence and received a detailed written submission from Maynard's family lawyer, David Commission, who is questioning the circumstances surrounding the death and in particular the two police accounts of the incident. Commission is also reiterating his call for an independent probe into instances of serious injury or death to civilians at the hands of lawmen. He contends that lawmen should be completely removed from such investigations to ensure the process is seen as impartial.
The coroner, even though she has an independent function as being the inquirer into the event, yet she has to depend on the police to go out there and find the evidence, to locate witnesses, to interview witnesses, to put together statements, and even to present the evidence to the coroner. So we are saying that justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. And if Barbadians are to have confidence in this system, we must introduce some element of independence, some element that takes it away from that total, almost total control of the police force.
Meantime, hope of an agreement today in the National Conservation Commission dispute is slowly fading after more than 5 hours of talks. Our Emmanuel Joseph reports from the Labour Department, where the Acting Minister of Labour, Senator Maxine McLean, is chairing her second day of talks with the NCC management and representatives of the two major trade unions.
Now, the unions said they came to the meeting with high hopes that the Acting Minister of Labour, Senator Maxine McLean, who is chairing the meeting, would have come with a definitive mandate from the Cabinet that could have resulted in a speedy resolution today. You will recall that after discussions broke down on Wednesday, Senator McLean referred the matter to her Cabinet. Now, the optimism of an expeditious resolution was reflected in comments made yesterday by the leaders of both unions that they expected a resolution at least by today or not later than the end of the week. Now, the unions and the NCC are separated by the lack of agreement on the industrial relations process, which the unions are accusing the NCC of breaching when they retrenched over 200 workers. So it's now just a wait-and-see situation here at the Labour Department. In the meantime, the National Union of Public Workers continues to put its workers on standby in case there's a breakdown to take industrial action. From the Labour Department, Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
Thanks, Emmanuel. Well, in other news, local internet providers stand to benefit from a move by the authorities to develop Barbados as an internet traffic exchange point. Clifford Bostic, the Deputy Chief Telecommunications Officer in the Division of Energy and Telecommunications, says this could result in lower overhead costs for the current internet service providers. And he's suggesting that other regional states should move in the same direction as Barbados.
We want to encourage the entire Caribbean to have local internet exchange points and also to have regional internet exchange points at some selected places in the Caribbean where there's high traffic places, so that traffic between Barbados and St. Lucia, Barbados and Grenada, and so on and so forth will not have to transit into North America anymore. It will all remain regionally within CARICOM, thus reducing the cost.
In sports, 2 days of racing action led by the British Formula One driver Lewis Hamilton gets underway tomorrow as the much anticipated Top Gear Festival drives off at the newly renovated Bushy Park. Hundreds of fans are expected to flock to the St. Philip's site to witness the action. That will also feature the character Stig, who'll be driving a variety of sports and supercars throughout the weekend. I'll be there, and our videographer Kwame McDonald will also be taking in some of the action, so you need to come out too.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
On to regional developments now. A $14.8 million Jamaica dollar judgment has been ordered against renowned Patty's company, Juicy. The Supreme Court said the company must pay the money to a man who was severely injured after the vehicle he was traveling in was hit by one of the company's trucks 4 years ago. Roy Wilson suffered damage to his abdomen. His feet were also broken and he sustained cuts to his lower limbs, as well as injuries to other parts of his body. As a result, he was confined to a wheelchair for several months and had to use a walker to get around. Juicy Patties has accepted liability. Internationally now, firefighters in the U.S. state of California are battling wildfires, which have scorched more than 11,000 acres and caused thousands to flee. Thousands of people have been evacuated. While the two teenagers have been arrested on suspicion of starting two bushfires, they haven't been linked to the larger fires that have destroyed 18 homes, caused $20 million in damage, and claimed at least one life. And on that sad note, we end our 6 p.m. update. But you can join us again on Monday at 7 a.m. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Jamar Jordan, wishing you a fabulous weekend, and do get out and get some of that motor racing action this weekend.
This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.